So here we are with Sydney, and we also are working with her sister Lulu as well. They are 12-week-old Labrador retrievers, so we're just starting off with a little down work. You can see that she kept wanting to pop up, and I just simply lured that treat straight down that chest and then had her hold it for a second before I rewarded. I am going to keep rewarding her for holding that down, and then when I release her with Keen, I'm going to do a little leash pull and move my body backwards for her to understand that command. Now, just swinging her into different positions to get her into a sit at the side as well. I step my left leg back, good, and then nice and tight with that reward. She has great focus right now, so I'm going to constantly reward that behavior.
Good.
Now I'm going to do a down, so you want to go straight down that chest, and again, bring that treat back up to you to get your dog to focus on you. By stepping away with my right foot, this is setting her up to understand to stay in place wherever she is when I step away with my right, and then when I release her with Keen, I'm going to step away with my left foot, or if I heel with her, I'm going to step with my left foot as well. Anytime that I stop moving, we're going to stop and have her sit, then run around, have some fun with her when we release her with Keen. It is really important to keep your training session short with your puppy. You can see that she's going to mentally fatigue pretty fast. Now, by working on that recall into me, you can see that she scooted back. So I readjusted her by stepping back, dropping down that food to make her into that proper position, but did not reward her. We're going to repeat that behavior. Again, targeting her into my knees, up that chest, good. And I did reward her for that because she was nice and tight into me. Good. You want to mark it anytime that your dog looks back to you. That focus is very important. Right now, we are in a very controlled setting, but if there were kids running around, that would be a lot more difficult for her. So set your dog up for success and not for failure. A lot of praise so they know they're doing the right thing, and keep that long line on so you can ensure that you're controlling your dog's space.
Sydney. Sit. Good.
Again, she backed up for that sit, which is very common. Most people will reach out to their dog for that sit. So you always want to step away, and even here when she wouldn't sit, I step in the opposite direction to make her follow my motion as opposed to stepping towards her and teaching your dog that you move to them. You always want to do the opposite. Just like when you watch two dogs play and interact, they chase after one another. You want to make sure that your dog is the one following you and not vice versa.
Good. Sit. Good. Keen. Good.
Also, by bending down with your body and kissing, that encourages your dog to follow you. We are a lot taller. Right now she's struggling with that leash, so I bent down all the way to make myself a target for her. When we stand up straight and create that leash tension, it will stress your dog out. Now I'm going to just start to integrate that sit means to sit and stay until you're released by stepping a few feet back, coming back and rewarding her for staying in that position. It's really important when you're training with your dog. Toss in a bunch of things while you're training one command because it's just going to make your dog more well-rounded. And always continue to keep them guessing. Now she broke that. I'm going to step in quickly, lure that food over, mark it, but I'm not going to reward her. I will mimic the behavior which broke her, which was when I turned my back. You can see every time I turn my back, she keeps wanting to break that. So I'm just going to lure her back in that position. Good. And now I'm going to reward her for that, and then I'm going to release her. So it is very, very important with your training to mimic the behavior which broke them, and then once they hold it correctly or perform the complete behavior, reward them. I busted out a bully stick here for her. That's a new reward for her during this training session, so she really understands what was expected from her. She's not overly interested in that stick, so I moved it around.